Great Monday morning. How is everyone doing today, the 20th of May? Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Master. We're in with your 15 minutes to mastery, the Monday edition, getting the week started off right with some information, inspiration, and motivation to get you going on the right foot. And, it's what we do each and every day to make sure that we get you focused, we get you centered and ready to attack the day, attack the week. Hopefully you planned out your week yesterday, know what you're doing exactly today and the rest of this week so you can work as efficiently and as effectively as possible, because that then gives you the confidence to operate at an elite level. So check this out. Just about every morning, we've got a quote we share with you. Right. And today's message is one that I want to be very, very clear with you about, because I didn't understand the totality, the entirety of what this meant until over the last really 6 months. And I'd been practicing the last year, not really realizing the difference, but we're going to get into it. All right. Nice. Enough talk. So this quote comes from a writer, Dominican-American writer. He was actually a professor at MIT. Didn't know they even taught writing at MIT. But anyway, he is a Dominican writer, Junot Diaz, and he was writing the message itself. We don't discuss, but I love the phrase in this quote. Check this out. It says, "What I'm trying to cultivate is not blind optimism, but radical hope." What I'm trying to cultivate is not blind optimism, but radical hope. And so when I read those words, I was thinking about yesterday when I was preparing for the week. I was thinking about, what is it that can help any sales consultant, a retailer, community, whomever, any person in general, what could help them just operate more effectively, more efficiently, and make them feel empowered, right? That's going to be our phrase around here, is empowerment, empowering you, empowering ourselves, empowering our society, empowering our culture within the sales organization to just operate at an elite level. And what does it take? Well, it takes being optimistic, right? Because right now you hear a lot of things going on. You hear, you've been hearing about the rates for the last God knows how many years, 2 years now, 2+ years. The prices just skyrocketed since COVID. People not being able to afford homes. There was an article that I read yesterday that rents are starting to be lower than mortgage payments in a lot of the top cities, metropolitan areas, so then we can start to think, oh my gosh, well, what's going to happen? People are going to rent instead of wanting to buy a home. And we're supposed to be the affordable option. And if we're not even the affordable option, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is whatever you determine to let happen. And that's based on your optimism. Now, there's a difference between blind optimism and intentional optimism, and that radical hope. So I want to relate radical hope to intentional optimism, right? Because there is a difference between blind optimism and intentional optimism. So I'm going to share a little bit of story with you guys. Before launching Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, I was general manager the last place I was at for the last 7 years, over at Titan Factory Direct. I had my boss. My boss would, I don't want to say constantly, but a lot of times when we would have those nice, pleasant conversations, and he would tell me, Cesar, you're an optimist and I'm a realist. You're an optimist and I'm a realist. And I would be like, well, what do you mean? I wouldn't get it. Like, I thought I was supposed to help inspire my team. I thought, me feeling or having a grasp of the business and we're moving forward, making progress. I thought that was a good thing. And I couldn't really get it. I didn't understand it until I started my own company. Right now, when you own your own company, it's do or die. There is no, hey man, I've got a check coming in, I'm good. I'll be all right if we're not okay this month. No, here it's we eat what we kill, right? If we don't kill anything, we ain't eating. So I got to figuring out. I believe this business is going to work. I know it is, and it's working, but it takes intentionality behind it, right? Blind optimism is just saying, "Man, I hope this works," and not really having a plan, not executing on any sort of plan, not being intentional with your actions each and every day, not being intentional with every little thing, from the ads you post to the calls you make to how you speak to people on the phones to how you speak to them when they're in your office to how you show homes to asking for every bit of it, right? So that blind optimism will starve you. That blind optimism will keep you down in your business. And having an intentional optimism is what you're at. That radical hope, right? That Mr. Diaz was referring to. Radical hope, intentional optimism. You make it happen. And what it takes or something like that, okay? There's a phrase, because he was taking that radical hope from a philosopher named Jonathan Lear, who was speaking about radical hope, right? And in that he was talking about certain things, and Lear described it as imaginative excellence. All right, imaginative excellence, and what that means is you're able to see what you're after. You're able to see the goal you're after clearly, and you have hope for it. You believe that it can be attained. You can believe that it can be done as long as you put in the work. So it's not enough to just have the hope, have the goal, have the belief, but you actually have to then take that belief and break it down, put it into a plan, and execute aggressively on that plan. Execute aggressively patient. Be in an aggressive, patient manner. In other words, attack it each and every day, but understand it's going to take some time. Understand it's going to take some time before you fully reach that goal, before you start seeing the benefits of what you're after. Okay. So imaginative excellence. So I ask you right now, you, the housing consultant, the retailer, the community out there, what is it that you're after? How can we navigate through this economy? How can we navigate through the market? How can we navigate through the mentality right now of the home buyer that's out there? Because it's possible. I believe it 100% wholeheartedly in my heart that it can be done. I have the plan. I know the plan. I share that plan with our clients, and we execute upon it daily, preparing ourselves to be able to overcome that part of the business. But you have to be able to do it. A great example of this, and I'm going to go back to it because it's the only example that I'm going to be able to give you 100% with confirmation and confidence, is what we have going on here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. Okay. We started a business from scratch, ground zero, not anything like it within the industry, within manufactured home industry. There's other companies out there that do this on a different level for other industries, but not specifically for manufactured homes, right? So when I started this company a year ago, it wasn't understood. We were looked at as something different, as something that maybe was not needed. Why were we even doing this, right? And inside, when I started this company, I knew what we were after. I knew what we were trying to accomplish. I know the mission of this company. The mission is to help as many families become homeowners through you, the retailer, the community, the housing consultant, the community manager that we work with, that we help empower so that you can help them at a higher level. So that's our mission. I know what the ultimate goal is and how we go about doing it and how we separate ourselves within the industry and within just the industry of sales training. As well, because our support, everything that we do is on a different level than anything, because I've been a part of it. I was a client of several different training companies. I know what it's like, and I know what we offer is different. And so knowing that, okay, we had to put in the work for the first 7 months without seeing any sort of reward for it. It was that optimism is what kept me going. There was plenty of conversation, plenty of hard conversations that I had to have here within my own family as far as what we were doing, what we were trying to accomplish, to stay straight, stay going forward. Did we get knocked back sometimes? A lot. But it was that intentional optimism. I was optimistic. I knew, but I didn't. The reason I didn't give up was because I knew I was putting in the work daily. I was putting in the work. I had the plan and I was working the plan. And we'd take a step forward and we would take 2 or 3 steps back at the beginning, those first 6 to 7 months. But I could see it was just chipping away. I'd get a call here. I had an email there, and we'd make a little bit of progress with this customer. And the same thing would happen to you when you're starting off in your business, when you're starting, if you're a retailer right now, you've been around for several years and maybe your business is contracting. Well, you just have to understand, this already. You're in this business because of it. That the business is out there. That you can do well. That there's so much more that can be done even in this economy. Now it just comes down to having the plan, you having that intentional optimism, coming up with the plan and putting that plan in place, making sure that everyone is executing upon that plan each and every day. So that 60, 90, 120 days from now, you start seeing those benefits as you start delivering those homes from what you started doing now. It takes that type of dedication and it takes that type of focus. It takes that type of commitment. It takes that type of planning with execution, not just planning, but execution. All right. Sometimes sometimes you just got to set the goal. And even though you don't know how you're going to make it happen, and just say, there's where we're going. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm hitting. Or if you're the housing consultant, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to make it happen. Or this is where I'm going. And this is what my family is going to benefit from it. How am I going to get there? I don't know. I'm going to figure it out as I go. That needs to happen. And then put the intentionality behind it. So how is it then that we can operate with this intentional optimism? All right. Well, first of all, you have to know your ideal customer. With the market being the way that it is, rates are what they are. Home prices are what they are. That's it, right? So that means that based on your home price and the average interest rates that are coming in right now, monthly payment is going to be X. So now you have to figure out, okay, who is my ideal customer? If monthly payments are X, work it backwards. What is the type of income that we're looking for then? Combined income of the household. And that starts to mold your ideal customer. So you have to know who your ideal customer is so that then you can start marketing for this ideal customer. You've got your homes. Your homes are your homes. But now the verbiage behind the ads is based on going after this ideal customer. When you're on the phone speaking to people that are inquiring about this home, now there's some other questions that need to be asked to make sure that these folks are in your ideal customer. Yes, do I understand that you may be cutting some out that could be just because you're asking certain questions? I do. However, what's going on right now does not change the amount of people that are looking for homes. It just changes the amount of people that can buy the homes. So you have to spend even more time searching for the right customer. That means even more time focused in on the marketing and the phone calls. So you can't be investing too much time into people right now that are not in your ideal customer, your avatar customer. Okay. So you have to market to those customers and you have to hold that standard. Here is the difficult part. Sometimes we get into this thing where, man, I haven't sold anything. It's coming up on Friday. It's Saturday. I'm just going to take a deal because I don't want to look like a chump. You have to hold your standards. You know what is a deal and what is not a deal. Hold on to the standards, but at the same time, you have to be flexible because things are always changing. So Cesar, you just said I have to hold my hands standards, but I have to be flexible. Come on, man. What I mean by this is you may have to attack one deal this way and one deal this other way. You may have to spend more time with this one and less time with this one. You may have to do certain things on one that you don't have to do on others. That is a part of the game. We must be flexible, moldable. We have to be able to be agile, right? We have to be able to move swiftly. And that takes being able to pivot on a dime. You have to be able to do this, right? It has to be done. And then lastly, be aggressively patient. Understand you have to work the plan. You're not going to start it today and see the benefits immediately. Just understand this is where most people fail. This is where most people give up because, oh, well, it's not even happening. It's not working. Oh my gosh, I changed up my marketing. I did this, I did that. And now I'm seeing less people. Now I've got to work the plan. Work the plan. The market is what it is. You can't control it. You can't change the rates yourself. All right. You can't control the prices of the homes. They are what they are. The only thing that you control is your actions and your attitude. Your attitude will lead to this aggressive patience. You need to hold firm on this, work the plan, and you'll see that it's going to pay out. You see that it's going to pay off. You see that it's going to work, and you're going to be helping more families accomplish what they're after. But you need to have that intentional optimism. Don't be it's that intentional optimism. The realistic part that my boss was talking about, where he was saying he was realistic and I was optimistic, the realism that I realize now is just the work behind it. That's all it is. Stay optimistic, folks. We need it. You need it. However, be intentional about that. Put the plan together. Start putting that plan into action today, right now. That's what I've got for you today. I hope that you will make the most of this week. Let's commit to intentional optimism. We need it as an industry. We need it as a sales culture. And the people out in the public need it from you because they still need you. And you are the last beacon of hope for true affordable housing, true affordable quality housing. Understand that. You've got it. They need you. You guys have a great Monday. Go out there and kick butt this week. If there's anything that we can do here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery for you, your team, whatever it may be, please reach out to us. Let us know. We're here to be your success partner, to help take your life, your business, your career to an elite level. Have a great day. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.